get a summon on Lobo.
Crap.
Actually, I need to relog because I updated DBM, so give me 1 second while I relog. Sorry.
Let's have a tank so we can still start trash.
Yeah, Wamp, you can pull if they got CC up. If you guys don't have CC up, you fail.
Okay, I'm grabbing one.
Has anybody done this trash yet? Do they know exactly what we should or shouldn't pull?
Do I need to go update DBM before we start this?
Yeah.
Well, I did, I don't know.
If it's screaming at you, I would. If not, it's going to keep popping up.
Okay.
Face him away from the raid.
He hits really hard.
Ooh, and now with the...
Taunting off you. Holy, what is he hitting us with?
He's got a debuff on you, increases your damage by 100%.
Yikes.
I honestly am not even sure which way to go. Who do we want to go to first?
The Grill's the easiest.
Yeah, Grill.
Go right to the Slag Works, which has Grill and the other first
that's
couple
what I was
bosses.
thinking.
Just right on that apparently.
Okay, I'm relogging.
Kill the Flame Binders first. They'll summon a giant flame elemental You can interrupt the summons, but if they summon one of those, they'll pretty much kill everybody.
Can we CC him?
Yeah, you can.
Oh shit, I forgot my coins. Oh.
Fun little gauntlet there.
Shit.
The brutes you have to
Right
kill at
again.
the you have to burn them down at the same time. They'll like put buffs on each other that make them do like 300% more damage, and you just have to kite them for the duration of the buff. The brutes.
You said kite them. How about have hunters pull them and kite them? And then just have everybody else kill all the ads?
Yeesh. These are gonna
Yeah, because when they get that debuff or that buff, they move really slow.
Melee, just get out of there. That's not gonna end well. Kind of reminds me of the trash to Hordon and Throne of Thunder. Anyone remember that? No one really knew what to do at the time.
I'll go up in there.
So what, we're going to the right?
Apparently.
We've been having some mic issues. Can you guys hear me alright?
Thank you.
True immune. So that big guy cannot be CC'd by Frost Trap.
The only thing to worry about him is he does big AoE, but he doesn't enrage that you have to dispel.
We go pushing under KHBF.
Good lord.
Is this a mini boss or something here?
Do we still need spell power buff?
Ooh, hit.
Can you guys hear me now?
Wow. That shit hurts.
Wow, that's a lot of damage.
You have to be quick when you're moving the tank into the group for Inferno Slice, because you have to, once, as soon as Inferno Slice gets used, you need to get back to where you're supposed to be. Because if you get the group hit by Overwhelming Blow, it's, I don't know about normal, but it's pretty close to automatic wipe.
Now he does this at max rage, correct? When
Yes,
he reaches
he
max
has a
rage, he does his
bar.
Inferno Slice.
Yes, so you can kind of preemptively get ready to know when you need to move. He won't cast Overwhelming Blow at the same time he does Inferno Slice, but from talking to people, sometimes the timing can be really tricky, and he'll do it really quickly afterwards. So it's important to only be there just for the time that you need to be there.
Right. And the main thing the raid needs to worry about is the Petrifying Slam. When he petrifies everyone, or how many people does he do?
It's everyone, doesn't he?
Like 5?
I don't think it's everyone,
no,
but I think
it
DBN
says all players.
It's just like Expel Magic
Is-
Fire and Co-Rag, so
Oh,
8
okay.
yards, you'd be fine.
Give me 1 second. So basically what we're going to do is we'll do 2 groups. The one that I read was you just split the 2 groups, and then, use 1 group and then the second group.
Yeah, every single player but the 2 tanks will be in one of the 2 groups.
How many stacks of Overwhelming Blows? That's what I'm trying to find.
It's just 2 or 3.
Okay.
It's not. I don't think it's the Overwhelming Blows. I think it's the Inferno Dot. I think it's a separate ability that is the debuff for the tank swap.
Oh, what I'm reading is it says that tanks have to tank swap for the stacks of Overwhelming Blows, and that will actually take care of the Inferno Slice as well. And then in phase 2, he's going to do a cave-in. Basically, from one side of the room to the other is going to cave in. You stand on the edge of the first one to hit, and then as soon as it hits, you run into that safe zone. Okay, so tanks are going to be in front, and one in front and one behind, and then groups are going to be off to the sides. Melee needs to stay within melee range. I'm hoping he has a huge hitbox, I'm not sure, but we'll see.
Unlikely. Bosses this size generally do.
Yeah. So we'll do odd groups in square and even groups in moon. With I'll be on skull and Wamp. You'll be behind him. I can throw a mark down if you want, but just stay behind him.
Yeah,
Do a tank swamp. Yeah, odd groups on moon.
Yeah, do you want to just
Odd
call
groups
out
will-
when you have the 2 stacks, and we'll do the swap then?
Yeah. I'll do that when we get 2 stacks, or DBM might actually holler it at you. I don't know if you have DBM, but we'll see what it says.
Yep, I've got it.
So then we'll do our tank swap around 2 or 3 stacks, whatever seems easier to heal through, I guess. But what needs to happen is when he gets to full rage, we need to pull him into the groups, right? So he swipes the tank that's tanking the boss and the group, and then pull him back out immediately so he doesn't hit the rest of the group with overwhelming blow.
Yep, gotcha.
So I'm assuming that what we're gonna do is we're gonna, I'll be on square group and you'll be on moon group, so that our stacks, the way they're supposed to line up, is that we won't get the slice.
No, the
while we're
tank
doing-
does both groups until the tank swap. So the first Inferno slice you'll take to square group, and then you'll go back to center, and then next Inferno slice you'll take it to moon group, and then you'll go back, and then there'll be a tank swap, and then the other tank will do the same thing. So you're not control of just one group. You have to alternate between the 2 groups with Inferno Slice as you tank him. And the off tank pretty much doesn't do anything during that time until it's his turn to taunt and then do the same thing that you did.
Alright, well, sounds simple enough. Let's do a ready check, and everyone ate their foods and their feasts and flasked up.
Hey, can you confirm the groups? Because you said odd and even on moon.
Go odd groups. Here. Let's do this. Be easy.
I'm sorry, odd groups go where? Oh, never mind. Even groups are square. I got it.
Odds on the moon.
Are we gonna let it start?
Do you guys prefer 5 or 10 for the pool? Doesn't really matter to me.
Don't care.
Just realized he's got a meat hook.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You can list it start too.
Big hit bomb.
Fighting slam. I would assume petrifying slam doesn't last that long.
Get wrecked.
Whoa! Joe got shit.
That's that Inferno slice, yo. Oh god.
Just drag it out as long as you can. Moon group is to readjust or in a cave in. Alright, let's wipe it up and get in here and try it again. Yeah, it's just like old school Gruul. The longer the fight goes on,
Yep.
the more damage he does.
Yeah,
So
that's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, it's
That's all fight.
basically, yeah, that's the whole fight. It's just that the lower he gets, the more damage he does. So at like 20%,
not anymore.
15%.
They took that out. It's consistent across all health levels.
Are you sure?
Yes.
That's what everything was saying online.
I'm 100% sure, but that's just what I read. That's what everyone seemed to say, but I mean they could be wrong.
Yeah, the damage output really didn't increase at any point. Can you guys hear me okay?
Very low,
Yes.
yeah.
You're a little low, but yeah, I can turn you up. Unless you're gonna turn yourself up, in which case I won't turn you up.
How's that?
That's a little bit better, yeah.
Oh, this mic's gonna make me check it out the window.
No, you're good.
Do we want to mark someone in each group in case like a cave-in falls
They
on their stack point? Are we already doing that?
hang on, my keypad stopped working for some reason. I'm sitting here trying to talk and it's not working. Alright, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Alright. That was my bad. I'm sitting here calling stuff out and obviously wasn't going through. From what I saw, we need to, you and me, Wamp, we need to figure out the taunt order. The overwhelming blows, I mean, I got up to like 15 stacks at one point. But it looked like we could taunt every slice and it was fine. I didn't see any problems as far as that goes. It's just going to depend on how long it takes for that overwhelming blows debuff to fall off.
Yeah, like right after the slice, I'll go ahead and taunt off you.
Yeah. We'll use the slice as our taunt for right now and see how that works. If it's not working, then we'll adjust.
Yeah, that debuff seemed to climb really fast.
Yep. Alright, get to your groups, guys. Moon group to the right, square group to the left. Do a ready check for pull. And also the Infernal Slice, the timer for my DBM would count it down, and after it counted down he would wait a couple of seconds like he was casting it, so give you plenty of time to move.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It seemed to hit harder than it did last time.
I was in the avalanche thing. Yeah, I still got 4 stacks on. No, leave them on me for.
Beware.
Wait until your stacks fall off, Wamp, before taunting.
Okay, will do.
Beware.
10 seconds. Okay, taunting.
Beware. 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 Beware.
Did we let?
Nope.
Beware.
Probably do it right
I'll
now.
take. Yeah, lest it.
Stay on your groups, guys.
Okay, I can taunt anytime, let me know.
I'll wait for the second.
Spread out. Stack back up. Oh.
Yeah, that one
not
shot
worth
me.
a second.
I couldn't get... No, I just couldn't get to the group in time. My roll was out. Definitely my bad.
That was your bad.
Was that two?
No, that was only one, but I'll let you know when my stacks drop off again.
Doing great, guys. Keep it up.
Inferno slice in like 3 seconds.
Spread out, my group.
I can taunt if you need me to.
Go ahead and taunt. Go ahead and taunt.
Beware.
Start the rampage.
Beware. Beware.
Nice and easy.
Beware. Beware.
5 seconds regens.
Beware.
Inferno slice in 10. 5 seconds. Inferno slice ink. Petrifying slam ink.
Taunt.
Whoa,
Well done,
Good
guys.
job.
two shot. Nice job.
It's a nice trinket.
Yep.
Oh my god, the dragon. This is Dragon Spine Trophy was like best in slot back in BC for
Yep.
rogues and hunters.
And now it's probably gonna be the same.
I'm gonna go get my coins really quickly if I have to do that. I'll just fly back.
Looks like the next one to me. Of course, it's one of the ones that I forgot to research. I wasn't sure what the order was.
I just got my cloak through the Tempered Fate, so cancel that one for me.
Look out! Oh, we got heals up here. We gotta get going, guys. We got ads ink.
I'm on my way back now.
I'll get you a summon. Run away if you're fixated, run away! Fixate.
Jeez Christ, just got back.
Okay, Wampa, what we should do is kite these guys as the room starts to fill up with acid, so as we come at you guys, ranged, make sure you're not standing there, just taking acid to the face.
But we want it.
Some of our faces could use it.
Run away, run away! Whee!
I, Gammon, will save us. Pay for your crimes.
Okay, I'm number 3 in heal.
Well then, that means you have to go heals, right, from now on? I'll go tank?
Sure.
Yeah, right. No one wants to see me tank, trust me.
I do.
Tank.
Sure.
No, you don't. It's sad.
Hey, you did alright on your bear.
That's true, I do okay on bear tanking, but that's about it.
Just try Paladin, it's even easier.
No, that was so bad when I tried that in Wrath. I never...
Boss.
Get fucked!
DK tanking is literally the easiest.
I-
Really nothing to it.
We all dead.
Who knows the fight? Start talking! Go go!
Does a bunch of shit, kill it.
This is a boss, bro!
It was fine.
Yeah, it does a bunch of shit, kill it.
Yay. What the fuck was that shit? No, seriously, is that a boss?
Yes.
Yes, this is the boss.
Oh, okay.
It's
That would be
Orgorger.
nice to know.
He's
Holy
fun.
shit.
Owie.
Okay, so when I perform a tank switch on the boss for each acid torrent cast, the tank currently tanking Orgor must make sure that they are the closest player to the boss. So that means everyone needs to be max distancing. Healers during phase 1, make sure the tank who is being hit by acid torrent has some damage mitigation cooldown active, otherwise be prepared for high raid-wide damage. Heal raid-wide damage from acid torrent as well as occasional damage from Wretched Blackrock, Explosive Shard, and Blackrock Barrage. During phase 2, heal irregular increasing raid-wide damage and make sure not to lose line of sight to other raid members. DPS. Phase 1, DPS Orgor. Phase 2, DPS and quickly kill orc crates. That's the fight.
Well, this could be an interesting.
Are we doing the range stacking thing? From what I
He
read,
drops those void zones, I think, so I think the ranged does want to stack so they don't get spread all over the place.
yeah, from what I read, you want to tank him like right here, I think, in this area, and then we have this big area to move together closely as a range stacking group, kind of like mines and Imperator. And then I think there has to be a interrupt rotation for Blackrock Barrage, so you can interrupt that so it doesn't do lots of damage.
Oh, all the doors are shut. Oh no, it went the wrong way. Never mind.
Only the penitent one may pass.
Penitent man. Man kneels before God.
So from what I've read on this infographic, you kind of like here, and then one acid pull drop, and you move to the left, and then you move up, then right, up, and then left, and just keep kind of going closer and closer to get out of the acid.
I don't know where you were pointing at because I couldn't see you.
Right here, the jumping purple dude.
Okay, so tank him right here and then everybody kind of kites around.
Yeah, so after the first acid, just move to the left, then move up, then move to the right, move up, move to the left.
Alrighty, sounds good. I like it.
So then, make sure to interrupt the Blackrock barrage. It's in 3 successions, so there'll have to be 3 interrupts in a row.
And the raid's gonna stack over here at the entrance, right? Everybody else is? Alright, well let's do this then. We'll have Ludeo, Truck, and Kylan on interrupts, with Wamp and me can kind of back up, provide. Make sure Mealy, you're max distance. And can I get one of the hunters to do a misdirect?
Sure.
Who do you want in on?
Throw it on me.
Where are you standing? I don't even see you.
The bouncing bear.
Alright, ready?
Yarp. Oh, let me do a countdown. Oh, never mind. We're going.
Too late.
No countdown.
There's your
He should be on the wall. He's way too close to it.
Yeah.
Kill the crates.
Too busy consuming floor.
And don't get hit by that. That hurt. He's gonna roll whichever way he's facing, so watch out.
And you can go where he was.
He'll never roll in the same direction that he came from.
Right, so he's trying to trail it behind him, I guess.
Oh no.
Let's go ahead and wipe it, and then we'll come back, take a break.
Yeah, I think there's a little miscommunication. Where I was pointing at was where the range needs to stack. The boss should be tanked on the wall on the opposite side, so we have room to shuffle through.
I think everybody should go watch a
the
movie.
asset stack.
I know there's not much, but there's still beta footage. Gives us a basic idea of the fight layout.
Yeah, I posted that shit like 2 weeks ago. Go watch that shit.
It's never quite the same.
Yeah, I think Origar was the one I didn't watch, so yeah, I watched the other ones though.
Why don't we, do you want to take a break now, Joe? Give people...
Yeah, we are.
You give people time to take a break, watch the video.
Can you not hear me, Chris? Damn.
I don't know.
You never listen to me.
You're not my real dad.
It's not true. It's impossible.
Dude, Rocky, thank you so much for this shield, man. That's fucking awesome.
Nah, no problem, man.
Alright, GB and break.
Yeah, it's an awesome shield. You don't even have to worry about transmogging it.
Well, about that.
Unless you want.
Well, the thing is, I was raiding back in BC, right? And I actually got the original bulwark off of Illidan during our progression raiding back in the day.
Today we're background
and
spray testing on the wall of
I was really stoked. I always transmog to that model because the model's fucking badass. But then Warlords happened, and now the fucking shield model's everywhere, and it's like completely depreciated.
Pretty much.
And it's really cool the way he interacts with the room as well. It's not
So,
like, oh,
don't be offended when I do actually end up transmogging it, but I really do appreciate the gift, man. It's fucking amazing. I've been rocking this blue shield since like the first week of fucking the expansion.
Let's see. There's a pretty cool shield that I haven't seen anyone with in a while. I'm trying to look for it.
I'll be right back there for the break. I'll check it out when I get back, Rocky. Thanks again, man.
Yep.
boss within this instance, and he is listed as the second boss within the dungeon journal. So this guy will probably work like how Razor Scale and Ignatius work in Ulduar, so you don't have to kill him, although you probably will. This is probably going to be the second boss you will kill once this instance does hit live. And like Alex said, Orgorger is in the Blackrock Foundry storage room. He's here, he's eating all the Blackrock ore, which makes me question, why are we killing him? He's kind of slowing down the progression of the Iron Horde.
Yeah, it's kind of a good thing, really.
Yeah.
We should go down there and feed him some more. But obviously he has some purples on him, and we want the purples so we can kill everyone else. So we're going to kill him anyway. So this fight is a two-phase fight. The boss always does start in phase 1, surprise, surprise. And phase 2 will trigger once the boss has reached 0 mana. And then, of course, once phase 2 is over, he'll go back into phase 1. He'll just switch between them over and over again.
Now in phase 1 the boss has 4 mechanics, and every time he uses one of these mechanics his mana will go down. And the first mechanic we're going to look at is Acid Torrent. Now this will just spray a cone of acid, which will do a large amount of physical damage to the closest target. So that closest target you'll want to be your tank.
Yeah.
And then after the tank is hit by this ability, it will then do large amount of nature damage to the entire raid. Now, this amount of damage can actually be reduced by the closest target total damage mitigation active when the ability actually comes in.
So the way this works really is that the tank will get hit by a large amount, and then the rest of your raid will be hit by a large amount. However, depending on how much damage reduction the tank had for the first large amount, will affect how much damage the rest of your raid takes. So say that your tank had a 50% damage reduction, that means that the raid will also take 50% less damage from this ability, but if the tank didn't use any damage reduction, well, you're going to get hit very, very hard.
Yes. Also to note about this ability is that when it does hit the tank, it also increases the amount of damage that the tank will take from this ability by a very large amount. So the idea is that the tank only gets hit by this ability once, then the other tank will move closer than that tank, so then that tank gets hit by it instead. Then by the time the third acid torrent comes round, the first tank can then go and take it again, because the duration of the debuff to the consistency of the spell coming out is enough for the debuff to actually drop.
So taunt on 1.
Essentially.
Yeah, basically taunt.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Get ready to check, see who's back. So, if anybody else went and watched the movie, good job. However, from what I saw, this is the strat that was used. Was basically the boss was tanked here on Skull, where the boss is actually standing on skulls. Tanks are typically right here where X is. Melee is about where square is, and the ranged is on Moon. Ranged will be stacked on Moon, or we probably mark Kieran for that. Every time he casts down a puddle or whatever you want to call it, just like a mine, will step to the left, move up, step to the right, move up, step to the left, move up, like Slep was saying. So ranged is going to be moving around a lot, trying not to stand in back.
Make sure to stack really tight.
Hey, can I just make a quick suggestion? I know I'm just a guest here, but I wound up moving over to this area on the map after he was pulled because of the puddles, and this lane right here has so much more room for the range to move around compared to being right up against the melee.
But you don't want to put too many puddles all over the place. We want to kind of keep them condensed to a point.
Alright.
Yeah, well, that's definitely an option. We'll look into that as well. Let's try this strat first, since this is the one that I saw that was implemented. Just, give us something to start with. When we go into phase 2, he's going to start rolling around, and the whole point of phase 2 is these boxes need to be broken open, and he needs to eat the ore that's inside the boxes. So the faster we do that, the faster he gets his mana back, which is what triggers phase 2, and once he gets 100% mana, he'll go back into phase 1 again. So I'm back, by the way. Had baby aggro to deal with.
Did we already drop a fee? Thank you, honey.
So in a nutshell, this is an entertaining fight. But pretty basic once you get the hang of it. It's really not too much to it. Largely the majority of the fights in phase 1, and phase 2 is kind of this intermission thing. And rinse and repeat.
Yep. So basically what you want to do is he's going to roll and to hit different spots that are going to be he's going to stop at. So like right here is one of the spots that I noticed where he's standing is another spot. Once he hits that impact, he'll choose to go left or to go right, depending on whatever random factors it depends on. They didn't have that detail. So what we need to do is each group needs to basically head in a certain direction. Basically we'll have, say, group 2 will start off going this way, start killing all the boxes up this lane. Group 3 will make a left, and group 4 will go straight, just to start off. Just go down those lanes, kill all the boxes, and watch out for that rolling guy. If you stay near the impact point, so this is the first impact point he'll impact, he will never go back the way he came. So if you're standing right here, you just run behind him and wait for him to choose his new direction and then go back to killing your box. Basically you want to avoid as much damage as possible. Does anyone have any questions? Jen and Lobo, you guys are kind of going to be my free agents. Healers, you're going to be where everybody's looking for. So as you're running down each lane, you're kind of like the group leaders, and everybody's going to stay near you. So make sure you're heading for the crates.
So,
just kind of follow your group.
I might have missed this, but where's my group going? On group 3.
We'll say group 2 will have you go to the right. Group 3 will go to the left, and group 4 will go up the middle.
Okay.
So,
just wanted to clarify.
Yep. And phase 1, all range stacks here on Moon. Melee's going to be around square. Make sure that you're max distance from the boss. Tanks are going to be moving in back and forth as far as our range goes. Lamp, what I saw was that you have to mitigate that cone, because whatever damage you don't mitigate is going to be spread to the raid. So make sure you pop a cooldown right before it.
So you and I are going to be on X?
Yes, the boss will be on square, or skull. Does anybody else have any questions? Yes, make sure you're stacking tightly. In phase 2, make sure you don't lose sight of your healers. It's going to be very critical. Let's do a ready check and get going. We'll do a bloodlust at the very beginning.
Just so you know, if healers are stacking on Moon, and the tanks are on X, you guys are not in our line of sight.
We'll be moving up. We won't actually be on X.
Okay. I just want to make you guys aware.
There. So, just make sure you guys are stacked up really tight. Try and hug this corner first, or maybe hug the outside corner. It doesn't matter. But you need to hug one side or the other, because you're going to be stepping to the left first. Alright. Looks like ready chicks will go. And we'll do a pull. See how she does.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
He's coming. Just give him a minute.
Spence is killing me.
Go ahead and taunt him.
Is that the thing we're supposed to be interrupting?
The barrage.
Well, that was interesting.
I didn't know that was on.
Wipe it.
Didn't look like we were getting many interrupts out either.
No.
Yeah, that barrage, we gotta make sure we're interrupting it.
It'll be
it was
three in a
also my
row
bad
really
pulling with the
fast.
statue. I thought he would one-shot it and then come after us and would give us a little bit of time, but apparently not. Anyway, another thing I forgot to mention was the shard. Melee, he's gonna be spooping out a shard on you. It looks like a big brown turd, basically. It's going to do an initial damage, which pretty much is unavoidable, but after a few seconds, it's going to basically explode and stun you all and do a massive amount of damage. So what you need to do is you need to move away from the shard. So as soon as the shard hits you, everybody moves and gets away from that shard.
The only real problem with the part where we're at right now is it tries to, where the boss is positioned during phase 1 and where we're at, it forces us beyond line of sight. Like, it's trying to force us down this way.
You're saying it's out of line of sight of where he was, or where he should have?
Where you're at. It's out of line of sight where you guys are from a healing standpoint. Because as he throws out the puddles, a lot of range I noticed we're going this way, down the corridor, where it's going to put us out of line of sight, and it just kind of stacks up there. I'm kind of wondering, I mean, I didn't really see it in the video, but splitting our ranged and heals up, putting a small group here, versus, and then a small group kind of on that corner edge, so there's less,
we could do that.
Forcing everyone.
Split the group in half. So say groups 2 over here and group 3 over there. I'd like to keep the groups together. So we'll say odds over here that are over there and evens over here, right? So 2 and 4 right here, and 1 and 3 over there.
Yeah. Try that out and see how that works.
Actually, you know what? Because we're going to have group 2 go to the right, we're going to have 1 and 2 right here, and 3 and 4 over there, because that's where they're going to be headed during phase 2.
Where you went through?
1 and 2 where? Yeah.
Right here. On triangle.
Where do you want the moon
group
going?
Moon group and diamond group, I think, are going to be over here.
Ping the map. Okay, perfect.
And I'm going to have actually Lobo go out there with you as well. So Lobo, you go stack with those guys. And we'll try and tank the boss more in line of sight, so somewhere around here, Wamp, so we're not losing line of sight with either of them. There we go. So your respective
I think we need to be
groups
careful with
point.
this strat, because those acids will be there during phase 2, so I don't know if that's going to cause problems or not.
You mean the puddles?
Yes.
Well, we'll give it a shot and see how it goes. I mean, it's. I think we're gonna have boxes over where triangle's at anyway, right? And so that's gonna be the same thing.
No.
Sound argument.
Well, I mean, the thing I'm looking at, the boxes, I mean, there's boxes down over to the left side, but they're not like where this groups 1 and 2 are standing, which is why I think it has them standing over here, because there's no boxes that spawned over here.
Didn't the puddles all
boss
despawn
placement's
during
static.
phase 2?
No,
They will
they
eventually.
stay up through all of phase 2.
We can give it a try. I'm just saying we have to be careful during phase 2 because those puddles will still be there.
Yeah. So does anyone have any questions?
Could we just move the puddles like right along here on my group? That way you give it a little walkway.
Depending on how fast he casts them on your group, because he's going to be splitting them now between triangle and diamond square. So you might not get as many as you think, you know, just depending on how he casts them. But everyone's ready. We'll try it out. Just do it. Just do like we discussed. Just stagger them. You guys can do a line if you want. That's fine. Do a line first, and then if you get too close, you know, just back it up. And hopefully it's not a big issue, but we'll see what happens. Don't get too excited.
Oh man.
Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What was that?
Puddle maybe?
So I think Melee's taking a couple acid torrents at this point.
Well, partly yes.
Phase 2.
Phase 2, yep. So split off into your groups.
Incoming.
My group's dead.
All raid's dead, homie.
Okay, so I don't know if anybody else saw, but where the boss was standing, he has a pretty huge hitbox. Like it's massive.
I think splitting the healers into 2 groups is gonna hurt us.
Yeah, but us staying together, those puddles are just, they're killing us.
If you're together, the puddles shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah,
if everybody stacks on top of each other, you just move the way we talked about the first time.
Yeah, it's just like pillars. It's just like the mines. It's one of those effects that everyone has to move as a group. There's really not much you can do about it. I mean, you can split everybody up down 5 different paths and have puddles all over the raid, but the whole point is to kind of keep everything in a location where we're not going to have issues with it in phase 2. Because it looked like it became a pretty big hindrance having those puddles in the middle like you were talking about.
We really never got to that point. Like half the raid was dead by the time we hit phase 2. So there's still phase 1
Yeah.
for struggling with.
Yep. How was line of sight on tanks?
I didn't have any problems.
I don't know.
Goes
What
really
about his-
straight down the middle from you.
Right. Well, that's one of the things I was thinking about doing was because of where we want to keep if we want to keep all the puddles over here where triangle is, which I'm thinking we probably do just to avoid phase 2 issues. Everybody's just going to have to move, bottom line. Just stack up and move every time. But what we can do as tanks is we can have our backs to the far wall and then just move out. And that'll actually give melee a little bit more room to maneuver around those shards as well.
Doesn't the guide say to have the melee on the sides of the boss? You'd have, like, maybe you would be standing, like, right here, and then you'd have melee on both sides. That way
Well, I think you're still going to have...
back.
Right.
For the shards.
But you're going to have the healer's line of sight issues at that point.
Does this little ledge prevent from being healed from over here?
Probably.
This ledge right here is what's preventing line of sight.
I mean, you're gonna have melee like all along this line, or kind of like the edge of this wall. So I mean, you may step back a little bit, but I don't think they'll be out of range for that long. And by that time, the raid group will have moved forward from the acid pools.
Correct. What I'm thinking is that the melee can start off right here, basically on this line, and then as the fight progresses, they can kind of work their way around to the side, as the range moves up and whatnot.
The problem with the melee being back here is that the explosive shards is going to knock them back into the ranged, so that could be a problem. Because I think the shard explodes where the person gets knocked back to. So if the person gets knocked back into the range group, then that's where that shard's going to hit. And if we're trying to move away from the puddles, and then a shard pops up and hits us, it'll do damage, which I think is why you have the melee on the sides. That way when they get knocked back, the shard that spawns is away from everybody.
Yeah, the video I saw, they just had the boss right here. Like right here facing the range, and then melee was like right where Diamond's at, and just hit him from right here.
You still having line of sight issues on this side or no?
From where you're at right now, I can still hit you, clear out the corner here.
Right, and then when you step to your left, you lose line of sight, right?
Still healing you.
Yeah, but melee shouldn't be on
you
this
have to
corner.
move-
They should be more up here, like kind of in this area.
Right.
I mean, the boss's hitbox is pretty big, so I mean, you have plenty of room to maneuver on this whole side without having to get all the way close to this wall for line of sight.
As long as melee's aware of where they're standing, then yeah.
I can heal best from here, and I'm behind the wall.
Also, the strategic placement of the next puddle is going to be very important in this encounter. Seeing how we're going to be working in such confined space, don't just run wherever the fuck. When the first one drops, be smart about it. Just move up, stand right next to the old one. Let's keep them tight.
Yeah, we need to keep the ranged group as tight as possible, because once those puddles start stacking off, it would be a problem. It's when it's becoming an issue.
Yeah, when we start, we have to be like with our back to the wall, and then move up 10 yards, and then up 10 yards. Or maybe even 8.
Yeah, so let's have everybody, all ranged need to stack up right now. Guys, get in a tight group. Let's use Moon. Charon's going to be kind of your focal point during this phase, so make sure you're on top of him. So anybody not stacked up with Moon is doing it wrong. I don't want to see anybody, I just want to see a mass of people. And that's how you're supposed to stack every time. And then everybody steps to the left and stays stacked.
Can you set up an interrupt order for the barrage interrupts? I guess melee can probably do it, but just somebody to make them aware of it.
Let's do Ludeo, Truck, and then Kylan, Lamp, and Aelith will be on backup support just in case. Remember when you're doing those interrupts too, that his other abilities will stop him from casting 3 in a row. So he may go 3 in a row for the first 2 times that he does it, and we do, immediately interrupt, and then for whatever reason during the 4th time or whatever, he's going to do his barrage, then a spit, and then he's going to do 2 more barrages or something. So just be aware, don't just spam your interrupt when he starts doing that. So we're going to have melee kind of over here on the this flank. You guys can spread out a little bit. Just be aware of your shards. Once you get knocked back, watch out for that shard. Tanks will be right about here, taking him. Lamp, what I was doing is instead of running to the left to stack up with everybody, just back up, because I was still within range while you were up here. So a little bit less movement, and then he's not going to turn and do anything funny.
Gotcha.
Anybody got anything else to add before we do another poll? Alright, melee get stacked up. Melee get on your points. Do a ready check to pull, and then
Oh, and one thing to help out, you guys might want to target the boss and then set them as your focus and then move back in. That way you can just click your focus. Since we're all globbed up and you can't see.
alright, everybody's ready. Pulling.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Interrupt that. What is wrecking us like that? Holy shit.
I think we have to spread out for that. We're in too big of a group.
Like seriously, something was destroying range there. What was up?
I think it may have been
It's acid torrent.
Beware.
Yeah, it's a wipe. Just go run and die. Let's get back in here and do it again. I'm thinking the acid torrent, and make sure melee you're dodging those shards. You get hit by the initial knockback, or does it do a knockback initially? I have to look that.
Looks like it does a knockback on all melee regardless of where it lands.
Yeah, so it launches an explosive shard inflicting 67 damage and knocking back enemies in the area. After 3 seconds the shard explodes, dealing 75 fire damage and stunning nearby enemies. Yeah, Yeah, so when you get knocked back, just stand back and wait for it to explode.
You have to run more than that.
Knockback,
Like, the knockback is super fucking marginal. So basically, like, he'll throw a little red shard on the ground, like basically right behind him, where we have him positioned now, and then you just have to run away. It explodes, and then you run back in. It's like 3 seconds.
Make sure to interrupt.
Yeah, what was the rotation? It was myself, Truck, and Kai, I think?
Yeah.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the acid torrent is gonna be major here. Like, I was popping one of my cooldowns every time, but I'm not sure why it seemed like I popped my Zen meditation and it seemed like you guys got hit. It didn't do anything. And that's when you said it was huge.
Sorry. What I'm trying to understand about the acid torrent is that, from my understanding, it's supposed to hit whoever's closest to the boss when he casts it, right?
Right. Initially.
Is acid torrent the green ball of fucking acid he's spitting at our range? Because that's what it looks like he's doing.
Right. That's the mechanic for acid torrent. It hits the closest person to him. Whatever it does an initial amount of damage to that person, and whatever's not mitigated is spread then to the rest of the raid. So he's spitting it on the tanks, but then he turns around and sprays the raid with it as well.
Yeah, that's what killed me, is that acid torrent.
Yeah, so if the tanks aren't mitigating it properly, then you get hit with a bigger acid torrent on the raid.
And the off tank and the melee should be at max melee range, because if somebody's closer to the boss than the main tank, that person's gonna basically make everyone else take damage because they're not gonna be able to tank the damage, and then the mitigation's just gonna wipe out the people that get hit by it. So the main tank has to be the closest to the boss.
That's goes for ranged as well. Ranged needs to make sure that they're max distance. If they're too close, or if the main tank, like I'm going to be standing basically on his feet and trying to stay in his hitbox on top of him, so without making him turn around and spin and do dancing maneuvers. But melee needs to make sure that they're not getting too close, especially during the acid torrent. If you guys are too close during acid torrent and he hits you with it instead of the main tank who's trying to mitigate that damage, it's going to kill everybody else.
Yeah, a general good rule of thumb to live by is just always maximize hitbox unless mechanics dictate otherwise. If the hitbox looks small but it's actually like twice the fucking size, capitalize on it. Because it's usually beneficial to do so, but obviously sometimes there are mechanics that can prove otherwise.
So what it does is it says sprays cone of acid at random target, inflicting 372,000 physical damage to the closest target, and increases the damage acid torrent deals by 372 for 20 seconds. That's why we do the tank swap. All other targets take 223,000 nature damage reduced by the closest target's total damage mitigation.
And you guys, the tanks are popping like little tiny mitigation cooldowns for that, right?
See, it seemed like when we need to figure out what cooldowns actually work on it, because when I did my Zen meditation, it seemed like it killed everybody. I'll have to test it one more time just to be sure. Maybe it wasn't something else.
It's physical. You said it's physical damage?
Yeah, it's physical.
Yeah.
So utilize...
my Zen meditation is 90% all damage. So...
Did you get... were you getting melee hit by him while you had that up?
Well, no, because he's casting his torrent, so he's not hitting me.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'll throw my guard up as well, so I'll try and throw a guard up. Only at that point, I'll use another cooldown, try and mitigate as much as possible, but that's going to be one of the big things that we need to be careful of. Healers need to be aware, and there's going to be massive raid-wide damage regardless of what mitigation is out there, so just be aware of that. get a spell power buff up and go again. We only got a little bit of time left. So I'd like to get a few more pulls on this guy.
It just seems like it's a super intense, like, short-term encounter. Like, he's melting fast.
Yeah.
So.
Do we want to lust that at the start?
Yes, we lust at the very beginning. Range, let's see you guys stacked up, nut to butt. You guys did a good stacking in the beginning last time. Let's make sure we keep it that tight. That was nice. Slev, are you there? Looks like everybody's ready.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Move, melee.
So people are still in the old puddle.
Ludeo got first barrage. Kai, get that third. Ludeo's up next. Get ready for shark. Move, move, move. Yeah, all of our healers just died.
Wipe it. Go stand in bed.
Did one of the interrupts not go off?
No, it was a torrent.
Okay.
The interrupts themselves individually aren't that big of a deal. It's that if they're left unchecked, they can become a problem. But if one gets through, it's typically not a big deal on normal.
Yeah, the interrupts are more or less to keep him from wasting his mana and going into phase 2 too fast.
And to mitigate raid-wide damage, because it is raid-wide damage, regardless of your positioning. And like I said, where one of them isn't really much of anything, if all three of them manage to go off for whatever stupid reason, then it can become a problem.
$256,000. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta do something about that.
Is there any healer damage mitigation things that they can use on the tanks?
Yeah. They need to call out when that's going off, though.
Do you have, I don't know what DK tanks have for physical mitigation.
They have,
Yeah, I had a couple that time that should have mitigated some.
It's all absorb shields.
they also
I don't think
have, they have one more, it's their shield wall, essentially, I forget what it's called, Icebound Fortitude, that's it.
Yeah, that's like a 2-minute CD though, or 3-minute or something like that, if I recall.
Yeah. Bone shield, rune tap, and then the shield they put up from Death Strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way I understand the DK tanks work is they kind of shield themselves and then they do a lot of self heals, right?
Pretty much. DK tanking in a nutshell.
So I don't know. Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't even be needing to pop your cooldowns. It's Joe here that needs to worry about that. For that first one, isn't from what I understand. What I'm gonna go ahead and do, that. Do me a favor, call out when the acid torrent's casting on him, so I can throw my hand of sacrifice on you.
Cast pretty frequently.
Just trying it, seeing something.
Yeah. So again, interrupt rotation is myself, which is Ludeo, Truck, and then Kai.
That thing, like, did all the damage to the healers and nobody else. I noted that, like, we all just died. and no one else took damage. So that was kind of strange.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Just pay attention for shards too. Make sure you get foe for shards. Here comes shard. Move, move, move.
I don't know how that killed me. I was in a group.
Get the next truck. Higher up.
Get Sleva.
Move for shard. Truck, you're up next on barrage. Wait for it. There's shard. Truck, you're up next if you've got it. I think our rotation got fucked up.
Pretty much right with melee at the moment. Okay, phase 2.
Alright, is this phase 2?
Yep, phase 2. Kill the.
Ah, shit.
There's a lot of people dead. Oh fuck, where's he going?
So, his crate drop positions are completely random.
Yeah.
He dropped one like right in the middle where we're dropping our puddles. Which is kind of sad.
Yep. Let's wipe it up. Move back to run back and do it again.
I don't know how important it is, but reading some of the information on Acid Torrent, it seems to address multiple times that it's important to have the boss facing the ranged group for Acid Torrent. Which is why the melee are on the sides.
No, he turns and faces them automatic.
Yeah.
The subtide when he does acid torrent damage is manageable all the time. He's picking people off while the damage is still manageable on other people, so there's something weird going on with that we're not getting.
Yeah, I was watching the raid frames during that too at everyone, and seemed like it didn't matter whether it was me or Wamp taking it. It seemed like at least one person died every time. So I don't know if we need to throw, like a healer cooldown rotation for each, but he casts it quick, so I don't think we'll have enough rotations.
No, we don't have enough cooldowns for that. I don't have anything for that.
It hit me for over like 300 and something K.
That's the thing that's confusing. Why they hit you so hard, but the rest of the raid just like took a less than one shot amount of damage from that. That's what's confusing me.
Unless we have to have some kind of shield on us.
Fire from...
Or a shield on the person that it's getting ready to hit.
Well, it's technically supposed to hit all of us.
I think it's picking out people at random.
What, the acid torrent?
The acid torrent hits the closest person to him, and then he does a second attack that hits everybody else, or at least the ring.
Yeah.
No.
It's
one
two
shot.
parts.
It one shot me.
Figured it out.
Hold on. Okay, go ahead, Joe.
Alright, so from what I'm reading, I don't know who said it, but they're right that we need to face the ranged with the boss. And that way he spits, and we're actually, I guess, blocking that spit at that time, so we need to have the boss facing the range. Yeah, I missed that part somewhere, I don't know why, but yeah, from what I'm reading, we have to do that. Yes, Relky, I couldn't remember who said that, sorry.
Yeah, the video I saw, the boss was right here, facing the range. I mean, he wasn't this close to us, but he was
I just missed
probably right here.
Okay, so we're just going to adjust. Melee can actually spread out to this side as well, so they can be on the left and the right. Tanks will be right here, and we'll move back and forth just like before. Just try not to stand in back.
Healer CDs. Alright, so for phase 2, just to address some stuff in raid chat, phase 2 should be pretty much straightforward. Like, once we get comfortable with the encounter and we understand phase 2 and how to move to avoid being hit by him, it should be fine. The only time there's really going to be any spike damage is if people are getting hit. Like, if people are getting rolled over by Ore Gorger, then that's when it's going to become a problem. But if people are paying attention, they shouldn't be getting hit by that at all. It's pretty easy to stay away from that. So I would say phase 1 would probably be a better place to save cooldowns and stuff.
Will save us.
Spartacus.
Let's do a ready check and get going and do another pull.
I'm down, dude. I'm down fucking another 2 hours. Let's keep going.
You're silly.
You know.
Someone was have to work.
Melee, I have to work too. I'm just West Coast.
5, 4,
I'm not.
2, 1.
Move. Alright. There's Shard, melee move. Where'd the Shard go that time? That was weird.
It's on our side.
Alright, Truck, you're up next. Oh, I got stunned. I'm bad. Truck, you got next. Shower that Shard. Alright, I got next. Truck, you're up. Kai, get that shit. Perfect.
Suppose the Shard is on the range.
Yeah, I don't know if he was facing us or what, but I got stunned into a puddle.
Yeah, he was facing us.
It was the Shard that did it.
Watch out.
It looked a...
Are we supposed to reposition him at some point? It seemed like those puddles were pretty much overrunning everything by the time he went into phase 2.
I mean, I
think we need to overlap the puddles more.
Yeah, I think they were a little bit too spread out, maybe. But I'm not sure, I was just looking. Let's wipe it though, and I'll go for another pull if you guys want to go for one more.
I think we need a bigger area to work with than that little itty bitty area.
Is he a time based transition or is he percentage?
He's actually
Mana
using
based.
mana.
Oh, gotcha. Sure.
I'll do once my beard dies.
So basically, he starts off at 100% mana, and then as the fight goes down, he depletes mana, and then once he gets to it, I don't know if it's 0% or whatever, but he gets to a certain percentage of mana, then he goes into phase 2, and then he starts rolling around, and we destroy the boxes to put the ore on the ground, so he rolls over them, and by rolling over them, it gives him more mana. Once he gets back up to 100% mana, he goes back to phase 1.
Gotcha.
I'm thinking what range can do also is they can start off around the corner a little bit instead of in the actual corner. So, you know, that's one more puddle that's kind of out of the way in the beginning. If anybody needs to bow out because they gotta go, I understand. You can go ahead and drop now. But I just want to do one more pull. If you guys are up for it, I'll do one more and then we'll call it.
With the positioning that we just rocked, did it seem like it was mitigating the acid torrent more healers? Like, did it seem better?
Yes. Way better.
Okay.
So yeah. So maybe what you can do is we can have range start right here where I'm at, and then move over to right here, and then move up, and then start their back and forth kind of rotation. Make sure you try and get those things as tight as possible.
About right
Yeah.
Yeah, because the tanks will be right here. Just the melee needs to be aware they have to be on the right side at first, and then once range moves into position, then it'll be better.
Go to your final position for phase 1 really quickly, Joe. Testing. Yes, I'm still in range. Confirmed. On the side.
Yeah, we'll try to get him closer to this wall as well. His positioning was a little off that last time. So just be aware of when I pull him the first time, he's going to be moving a little bit more.
Do a sharp turn to the...
I can still heal him from back here.
Yeah, was there any issues with line of sight for healing on the melee?
No.
Well, let's get a good one going. Range stack up on Moon.
You can actually back up if you have to.
Yeah. We should be alright right here, giving us a few extra slots before, so we don't fill it up.
I'll have him cut across a little earlier, too.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, I think we're over here now, bro. Give him that shard! Truck, you got next? Kai, you're up. Remember when I call those out, he may not cast Blackrock the next time around, so don't get antsy. Shard, move. I got next. Somebody else get the third. Liddale has next Blackrock, let's reset. I can't get that barrage, the shard was in the way.
And the next phase soon.
Alright, get ready for phase 2, guys. He's almost out of mana. Alright, here it goes.
Beware.
Stay behind him. Destroy crates. He's already behind us, guys. Watch his position. Alright, we're good.
Watch out.
Yep, just make sure you're positioned. Wow, so every time he hits the wall, it's raid-wide damage. That's shitty. Oh, hello!
He's at 100%. We're going back. Everybody reset. Yeah, we're kind of all over the place.
Actually.
Yeah, so phase 2 is pretty nasty. I didn't know it did raid-wide damage every time he hit a wall at the end of his roll. That's pretty gross.
And it gets worse as it goes on.
Oh, really? That's shitty.
According to the beta, he got some kind of other mechanic that it makes it go up as it longer it takes.
That's a soften rage, that phase. That's anti.
Okay. Well, I mean, our phase 1 was like almost flawless, so I think now if we focus more on the phase 2 aspect of the fight and we just rinse and repeat, we should be fine.
I think making sure everyone's clear exactly where they're going, so all healers are in a position with their groups, that will make it a lot easier. I think some people were confused their final position on, so we'll drop world markers for that.
The hunger drive is what drives up.
Yep. But that was good, guys. I think we'll come back in here tomorrow and we'll kill him.
So, phase 2, maybe we mark somebody who's confident about movement for phase 2, and we just have the raid follow that one person. If that was already said, I apologize. I was distracted.
No, but that's a really good
It's not
idea.
my idea, but it wasn't really what I was going for. I think some people are confused where they're heading to with their groups.
Yeah, the ranged in phase 1. I wasn't sure exactly where we were moving to, so once we practice that some more, then I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, I think we got phase 1 down. Yeah, but other than that, good job tonight, guys. Got Gruel down. That's 1 down.
And if you guys find the time, obviously, do some more research where you can. Obviously, we're not gonna give you guys fucking homework and shit, but if you find the time.
Homework.